Alright guys, you're going to have to ignore this. The 10-gallon tank sprung a leak in the middle of the night. Chaos ensued. Anyhow, it's not important. So, we've got the tank going good now. And you'll see this other air hose back here. See the bubble in? That is CO2. I made a CO2 generator to help my plants grow. I had it in here for a little bit, but I got this algae problem in here. So in here, everything's going pretty good. I added some Daphnia. I don't see any swimming around right now, but they are kind of tiny. Obviously, I still have a bunch of snails and snail eggs. That is not a problem. I did this intentionally, and I know how to take care of the problem. But this is where I'm at now. And it's been about, 10 minutes since I added water last. I'm only adding it half full right now because I got plants coming, and the 10-gallon was supposed to be set, and everything was supposed to be good, and it leaked everywhere, so I took it apart, and I added everything to here, and the substrate's screwed up, and it's just a mess. But that's okay, because stuff happens. Oh, man. So I got it all done. I had the fish tank set up over here, and all this stuff, everything that was here, I threw it out because, the bottom shelf was covered in water. It's just like, oh, luckily it was slow. It leaked slow. The sealant, the silicone is peeled up on the inside just a touch, just enough to cause a leak. So that one held all day. I transferred the water out of the 10-gallon into that this morning before I left for work, and it didn't leak all day, not a drop, which I didn't expect it to. I've had that one for a long time, and it worked fine. So that's all taken care of, and I guess now I've got to come up with a new design for that, and I've got to repair the other tank. So, yeah, this will be fun. I got permission from my boss. I'm allowed to record at work now, so I can make videos anytime I want without fear of repercussion, as long as I, don't film in somebody's house, yada, yada, yada. Things like that. So, and Florida trip looks like it's still on. We're trying to plan another trip for November, but realistically, we'll have to see if that can happen. It's expensive. I'm coming up with the money. In November, it would just be me and Sarah that go, so it would be much cheaper. But this trip with me, Sarah, all 5 kids, and I have to rent a car and 2 hotel rooms, is running right around $5,000. And that's as cheap as I could make it. I promise, it really was. And normally I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't spend that kind of money on a vacation, but I want my kids to be able to experience things in life that I got to, and Sarah didn't get to travel a lot, so I want her to travel with me. And I just like to travel, so it's always something. Also, if you guys like aquariums and such, a mess of a table and all the chaos that's ensued around here, this guy, Ants Canada, check him out. He has the coolest vivariums you'll ever see. Aquariums, paludariums, and he's got one that's like 1,000-gallon vivarium that's a, he calls it Pandora, and it's a giant cloud rainforest thing, and it's awesome. Check it out. Highly recommend it. Check it. Sweet. So yeah. Oh! I made a CO2 generator. How I did that was a water bottle and about a half cup of sugar and about, quarter teaspoon of yeast in there. I drilled a quarter-inch hole through the cap, and then just regular air tubing with a stone on it. And this rubber gasket here is simply one of the rubber pieces for an earbud. I fit it through there, lubed up the tube, and pulled it through. Fits snug as a bug, no need to glue or mess with any of that. Bam, simple, done. And you saw, it's pumping CO2. It started in like 10 minutes too. It's almost instantaneous, and I've read they can last weeks, so we'll see. I'm gonna I'll update you guys and see how this works. CO2 is important for your plants. If you don't know, add CO2 to your water, your plants will grow 10 times faster. So now that is adding a very small amount at a time, but for a 5-gallon tank, it's probably plenty. All right, guys, that's all I got. So I'm going to hop off and work on that brown, nasty tank. It's going to be fun. All right, guys. See you next time.